Welcome everyone back to weekly weather updates, and this evening we'll have a look at the GFS ensembles, also the ECMWF, the GEM, and then we'll also have a look at some precipitation charts and the live radar. Do want to keep this video nice and concise, as I know many of you will probably be watching the England game this evening and probably don't want to be drowned out by too long of a video. But do remember, if you enjoy my videos, make sure you do like and subscribe. Do remember to follow me on Twitter as well, links in the description. So the last few days we've seen this area of low pressure which brought deluge a couple of days ago, followed by more showers and thunderstorms yesterday. We've seen more showers and thunderstorms as well this afternoon, but primarily focused in sort of the Midlands into northeast England, on a line where these showers and some thunderstorms have developed. Elsewhere there was a smattering of showers around, but again they sort of fizzled out, apart from that sort of band we've seen across the Midlands into northeastern areas. But high pressure is going to be developing for tomorrow, which means showers are going to be more limited. There probably will still be a few showers around, of course, as it's not under a centre of a high, but more high pressure dominated, so it's going to be less showers around. Another low starts moving by Saturday, and again another system moves in through Sunday, so it does look like more rain over the weekend. Probably not an absolute deluge, as these lows are not particularly deep, but for sort of England and Wales it does look pretty wet with that track of those lows. And again through Monday another low moves through before high pressure tries to settle down as we head towards day 10. Now, I've seen headlines today from some newspapers about Freedom Day on the 19th of July being the beginning of a heat wave, and the weather's going to get hot and dry. Now, they've said they've tried to sort of quote from the Met Office, which is pretty inaccurate what they've done. They've basically turned a long-term sort of forecast into a prediction, because basically the Met Office has just said it's looking more likely that we're going to be seeing dry and warm weather for the last sort of half of July. As you can see on this GFS, there's encouraging signs that jet stream is going to lift northwards and high pressure is going to be more in control. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be very hot and dry. It just means there's an increased chance. Remember, it's very difficult to give detailed forecasts from around sort of 7 days out, and even then, to get sort of temperatures and precipitation normally only 3 or 4 days away. So it's looking encouraging. Things are going to be looking more dry and warm for the last sort of half of July, including when restrictions should ease. But I wouldn't be saying anything like a guaranteed heat wave at this stage. But there are signs of it returning dry and warmer. And if we do have a look at the upper air temperatures, you can see quite warm areas across most of Europe, getting the 10 to 15 degree isotherm anywhere in that range coming through, especially further southwards. Again, with the jet stream shifting further northwards, it does mean those lows are going to be around Iceland, potentially. You can see that low around Iceland, potentially influencing parts of northern areas and northwestern Scotland, bringing rain and cloud. As ever, it's very difficult to get dry conditions across the whole country unless we do have a high system on top of us, which at the moment does look quite unlikely. But by the end of the run, things looking a little bit drier for most areas, with the warmest temperatures in the south and the southeast. If you have a look at the GMs, that does compare. Again, those lows move through, brief ridge through Thursday into Friday before more low pressure moves through by this weekend, again providing more rain, before things look turning a little bit drier for the last third of July, and by daytime we've got a ridge trying to build in, but as ever we've got low pressure trying to push in. In this example, you see, just because of the slight shift in the low and the high, it means winds are more from a westerly and less from sort of a southerly or southwesterly direction. So it means temperatures are just a tad cooler. As you can see, the hotter areas very much concentrated towards the Mediterranean and sort of Italy and Spain. If we do now have a look at the ECMWF, again, very similar with the other models, that lows moving through the next few days onto the weekend before things start to turn drier by day 10. And actually, interestingly, on the ECMWF, it has that high extending across the whole country, with things turning much drier, even in the northern areas. Still close to those westerly winds, so potentially for some cloud and some rain to come in at points, but looking very warm, if not even hot. And if we do start to see a south or southeasterly wind developing, we could start to bring in some very hot air. Now, Doesn't look like it's too much hot air across Europe, as it does look like a low does sink ahead of this high pressure with some cooler air into Europe, but still very warm conditions could be happening with that. So it is looking encouraging for the last half of July, but I wouldn't say anything's guaranteed at this stage, and that is well represented in the ensemble members. So you can see over the next week or so, we've still got temperatures around average, still quite a lot of precipitation around with those low pressure systems moving through. And then as we head towards the last half or last third of July, you can see temperatures are trending to above average. We've seen this trend for quite a bit of time, but it's now coming into the sort of 10 to 14 day forecast a little bit better. And it does look like temperatures from around the 15th, 16th of July could start to trend on the up. Now, not all ensemble members going for this, but quite a number of them are starting to go around 10, 12, 14 degrees at 850 HPA, which comfortably could give temperatures in excess of 25 degrees, and some getting up to maybe 14 or 16 degrees at 850 HPA. If they held at that for a few days, you couldn't rule out 30 or 31 degrees. So looking encouraging, as well as precipitation signals dying down. If you have a look at the temperatures, you can see that well refracted next week or so. Highs around 20, 21, 22, maybe the odd 23, 24. If we do see some hotter weather and some drier weather, before temperatures potentially averaging around 25 or even warmer with some of the hotter ensemble members. So it is looking encouraging, but I wouldn't say it's guaranteed at this stage. If we do have a look at precipitation charts, just briefly for sort of short-term rain forecasts, you see those showers across the Midlands into northeastern England spreading through this evening, and then throughout tomorrow, again a scattering of showers, but nothing too heavy. Potentially concentration across East Anglia, perhaps. And we'll have to keep an eye on how that does develop in sort of convection tomorrow. Then we see more showers break out widely in the east on Friday, much drier further westwards, so we have to keep an eye out Friday afternoon before more persistent rain tries to push into the southwest, sort of skirting along southern areas, and then more showers again through Saturday, and then more low pressure system moves through, again more showers, and potentially more persistent rain through Monday. So as you can see, with all these low pressure systems moving through, as I said, they're not absolute deluge, but they're going to provide instability, so likely to have some persistent rain here or there, but more likely just to be increased shower activity for many areas. If we now have a look at the live radar, you can see where we've got the concentration area of showers across the Midlands, is northeastern areas where we've seen some heavy showers and thunderstorms, but you can see to the north, very few showers, and to the south, again very few showers. There were showers, but they have died away throughout the day and were quite light. Again, few showers in the north and towards Scotland, but again, nothing too significant. Just unfortunate if you do get ended up in one of these areas where we do have an enhanced shower risk, and many areas over the next sort of 5 days or so we'll see similar scenarios where we do see concentration of showers mixing up between locations across the country. So it does look like next 5-6 days going to be a showery outlook. Temperatures around average, of course. Maybe more persistent rain here or there where we see those lows move in, especially further southwards and probably westwards as well. Before after that, as we head towards the middle of July, maybe 15th, 16th onwards, we could start to see some warmer and drier weather. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you again for another video soon.